Welcome students, teachers, faculty, staff, friends, and family to the commencement of the class of 2020. I want to thank you all personally for being there for each one of us as our lives have progressed throughout these years, and especially now with the challenges that we have been facing. When people say time flies fast, you never truly believe them until you actually experience it for yourself. Having our year cut short has definitely been disappointing, but there's no better class for it to happen to. We have come through stronger and more united than ever. I have seen so many people grow through this time by becoming more supportive, grateful, and encouraging of one another. I know that I have learned that every day is a blessing and that living in the moment is truly the best way to live and appreciate your life. If you attempt to wish away times of your life, you may miss the joys that come along with special moments. Thank you to my fellow classmates for making my time at Conemaugh Township some of the best years of my life. Congratulations, and here's to us.
Good evening. I'm Jim Foster, proud principal of Conemaugh Township High School. I welcome each of you to the 82nd annual commencement celebration of the Conemaugh Township Area School District, where we will continue the tradition of assembly and formal celebration to recognize these young men and women who have achieved significant milestones in knowledge and accomplishment. As both a group and as individuals, I am proud of our class of 2020 as we have future representation in the military, workforce, and various colleges and universities from across the country with us tonight. I wish these young men and women nothing but the best in the years ahead of them and in each of their future endeavors. Additionally, I'm proud of our staff members who spend countless hours in guiding and shaping those with us tonight, even more so for the abrupt change and dedication that they have demonstrated during the change to continue to strive to make our students the very best that they can be. I would also like to recognize the members of the Conemaugh Township Board of Directors who dedicate countless hours of their time and efforts to collaborate and assist in moving our district forward in a proud and positive fashion. Finally, I commend the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, and sisters, and all of the family members of our graduates for providing endless direction and inspiration to our young and ambitious graduates. Tonight we will recognize, congratulate, and celebrate the 68 graduating members of the class of 2020 as we pass them on to the next stage of their lives, whether it be in pursuit of a degree, military, or entering the workforce. Regardless of your path, you have left your mark at Conemaugh Township. Your hard work, dedication, growth, focus, leadership, and diligence have allowed Conemaugh Township to be a place that is special and a place that is gleaming with pride. Tonight, your educational journey as a student within our halls comes to an abrupt end. A 13-year journey where you started as individuals and developed into a class. Everything you have experienced to date is now a memory that has assisted in molding you into the individual who you are today. Memories that will be valued and cherished for many years to come. My challenge to you is to carry the work that you have placed into your accomplishments, efforts, and memories into the next stages of your lives. Should your focus get stronger, your determination go unmatched, and your work ethic be second to none, your dreams will come true, whatever your dreams may be. In pursuit of your dreams, remember to always do the right thing for the right reason and in the right way. Your canvas will be painted in a way that is brushed by you and only you. Your actions will be judged by many, and your actions will determine your opportunities and the pathways of your future. To no fault of our own, this school year has brought about challenges and obstacles that have never been before faced by individuals of our times. Being faced with challenges and change creates two types of reactions. One can either give in and give up, or you can analyze, determine the best approach, and move forward. Our recent challenges with COVID-19 truly provide many lessons in life. The times have proved that life, as we know it, can change in an instant. The way we know our world one day can be totally different the next. Interestingly enough, one day I was thinking of what the world would look like for me and you as we move forward in the years to come. In timely fashion, I ran across a brief piece on Facebook that allowed me to think and put things into perspective. I would like to share a portion of my finding. Imagine that you were born in the year 1900. At the age of 14, World War I starts and it ends on your 18th birthday. Later in the year, the Spanish flu hits the planet and does not come to a halt until you are age 20. When you turn 29, the Great Depression hits and ends when you're 33. The country nearly collapses along with the world economy. When you turn 39, World War II begins. By the time you're 41, the United States is fully involved in the war. Additionally, between your 39th birthday and 45th birthday, the Holocaust occurs. At age 52, the Korean War begins. At age 64, the Vietnam War begins. And at age 75, the Vietnam War comes to a halt. Living through these times is why this generation was coined with the identification as the toughest generation. The moral of this is that life-changing events have occurred in the past and are going to occur again in the future. As an individual, you'll be faced with the same as you travel through this journey called life. Be willing to be the change. Be willing to adapt to change. Be resilient. Keep your focus and dedication. Most importantly, value and cherish the moment. Value and cherish those around you. In bringing up valuing and cherishing those around you, I want you to do yourself a favor. I want you to think of the family members who have brought about the most positive changes in your life. Those who will support you no matter the situation. Those who have made sacrifices that you may not even be aware of so that you can be the person that you are today. Believe me, many sacrifices have been made. Sacrifices that they would not trade for the world because you are their world. When you have those people identified, thank them, hug them, tell them that you love them. Believe it or not, it'll be the greatest graduation gift that you can reciprocate. To conclude, as a student within the brick and mortar of Conemaugh Township, you've heard your last bell to exchange classes. You have sat in those ever so comfortable desks for the last time. You have been in your last concert or musical, made your last block or pass, taken your last shot, thrown your last pitch, and made your final catch as an Indian. Despite that you will no longer be a daily traveler through our halls, you will always be an Indian. Your pride should never be overcome by anyone. As you gather as a group of Indians for your last time this evening, may you forever carry with you the morals, ethics, determination, dedication, knowledge, work ethics, fortitude, relentlessness, guidance and direction that has not only been afforded to you within our brick and mortar, but from the entire village that surrounds you, as each of you ventures upon your own individual and separate paths of life. Forever in our hearts, forever in our memories, an Indian you are, an Indian you will always be. Best wishes, class of 2020. May you overcome all obstacles in your path. May you be determined and successful. I hope that you prosper, grow, and succeed. Class of 2020, it's time for you to do big things. It's time for greatness. It's time for you to spread your wings and fly. Thank you.
Good evening. Let me begin tonight by sharing a little bit of background information about the senior class. You started your adventure at Conemaugh Township Elementary School as a nervous and excited little kindergartner. You spent the next 6 years learning the basic building blocks in elementary school. When I had you in 5th grade, we had many fun, exciting times together. One specific memory that stands out to me is when a few of you shaved my head for the first time on the last day of school. As you came to the high school, you were able to utilize your skills and incorporate those basics to be all that you can be. I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to spend more time with this class when I became the assistant principal. The theme chosen for your senior class is small moments we find so pointless can become cherished memories with time and the perspective that wisdom brings. Your classmates will soon share more about this theme, but tonight I want to talk to you about a different theme. We have a perfect vision. We are the class of 2020. Does anyone recall this theme? This was the theme you chose in 5th grade as you were being promoted to the high school. When you came to the high school, you didn't know exactly what the next 7 years would entail. But look at where you are now and the many memories you have made. Now, you're at the same point as you graduate, and once again, you have a vision of what your future holds. You have the chance to make your future what you want it to be. Whether you're going to college or heading out into the workforce, you have the opportunity to use the skills and knowledge to achieve your goals. You had the perfect vision of your senior year, and that unfolded in front of you. I want to remind you that even if your perfect vision gets sidetracked, you have been in this situation before, and you know how to overcome challenging times. You are very strong individuals, and just because your vision might not become a reality at the time, I encourage you to continue to pursue your goals and dreams to have that perfect vision. It has been a privilege to watch you grow from eager and excited elementary students to mature and successful seniors. I wish each and every one of you the best that life has to offer. As you leave here, I hope that you will use the tools that Conemaugh Township Area School District has given you to fulfill your hopes and dreams for your perfect vision. Thank you.
We don't know what's in the stars or what tomorrow has in store. We don't know what we'll make of this. We just keep moving towards the shore. We don't know if we'll make it that far or if we're only waiting for more. But it's in His hands, so take my hands and throw all your hope on the floor. And don't get lost in the riptide when it pulls this away from you. We only have one chance to live or die. Remember this in all you do. Keep the future in your grasp. Live for now, but hold the past. Heaven knows where we all will go. All we can do is dream. But you only know where your heart is at home. Don't forget what you were born to be. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe we've met our end. But it's in His hands, so take my hands. This is where our story begins. But don't get lost in the riptide when it pulls this away from you. We only have one chance to live or die. Remember this in all you do. Keep the future in your grasp. Live for now, but hold the past. No, no, not one moment lasts forever. Make every second one to remember. Don't give up yourself to the waters. Don't drown in the fear of failure. Keep the future in your grasp. Live for now, but hold the past. Live for now, it all goes fast. Live for now and don't look back.
Hi, I'm Jackie Honkus, and I'm a senior representative of the Conemaugh Township National Honor Society. The National Honor Society was regarded from inception as a concrete way to promote high school academic standards, a means of ensuring the continuation of democracy, and an instrument for the betterment of the individual and of the school. The four main qualities that the NHS members strive to attain a high proficiency are scholarship, leadership, service, and character. This year's active senior members of the Conemaugh chapter of the National Honor Society are Connor Adams, Brogan Berkey, Evan Brenneman, Devin Sarembali, Jennifer Dorica, Ryan Esch, Alyssa Forish, Kylie Gregg, Stephanie Grimmy, Jacqueline Honkus, Ryan Kaltrider, Grace Hostetler, Hannah Lampkin, Lexi Mankemeyer, Jordan Miller, Stephen J. Parker, Hannah Percio, Brianna Saylor, Morgan Slick, Brittany Snyder, Will Stewart, Jack Stringent, Mary Swank, Callista Thomas, Zane Troxel, Kate Weekland, Brenna Weaver, Ethan Williams, and Daniel Yoder. To the NHS members of the class of 2020, congratulations and best wishes on the next chapter of your life. You are all going to do amazing things.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jordan Miller, the NHS President and Senior Class Secretary. I'd first like to thank my family, friends, and teachers for supporting me along my journey. I would now like my fellow classmates to close their eyes. Let's go back to our first day of kindergarten here at Conemaugh Township. Remember walking into the primary school with your parents and getting that CT pin from Mr. Carr. Next up, going into the classroom not knowing the people you meet would be your new best friends for life. We ate the school lunch for the first time and even got a bus ride. We thought we were the coolest kids, and now we were one of the big kids. Now open your eyes. Time has moved by quicker than you would think. We are here graduating, ready to move on to the next stage of life, hoping to make a positive impact on the world with our choices. We have spent 13 years together. In these 13 years, there have been so many small memories. But when we add them all together, they become a big milestone of our lives. Events that shaped us and, in turn, became the best times together. I can reflect fondly upon the small memories that made up our years here together at Conemaugh Township. In first grade, we had our poetry slam, and Buck Slick brought in a huge truck for us to stare at in awe. In second grade, we reenacted the Great Kapok Tree, where Connor and I wore porcupine costumes that his aunt made up a golf tees. The sled riding party in third grade was the absolute best. The field trip to Lincoln Caverns was a highlight that we waited for in fourth grade. Then came our first promotion event, moving from fifth grade to the Big Fish Bowl in the high school. Nervous energy was in the air, but we knew we would be okay. At the end of the year, our nervousness became confidence as we went to dances, pep rallies, and outdoor grills. Then something memorable happened as we went and we were cleaning out our lockers for the first time. In this small moment of time, Mr. Bardo had to call the janitors because Logan got stuck in a locker with his legs sticking out. Then we decided it was time for us to move on to 7th grade, and we were no longer in the fishbowl, but we were a part of the big school. 7th and 8th grade was the time we explored who we really were as individuals, getting involved in clubs, sports, music, and the arts, and finally making connections to the upperclassmen. Before we knew it, we became the upperclassmen, though. We won endless games, matches, competitions, and meets. We spent our Friday nights in the rowdy section and then off to overtime to get chocolate chip cookies and chocolate milk. There are also the hours we have spent preparing for musicals and concerts so that we would make our family smile while they watched and supported us from the auditoriums and seats and stands. There was the art room where people would make the most amazing projects for all to see, and the band and chorus rooms, which were filled always with music, fun times, and laughter. Finally, it was our turn to be seniors, the oldest in the school. We made countless memories this year. These memories include walking down the hallway with friends to go to class, Jeopardy with Mr. Mainhart, just eating lunch together, and even driving through the parking lot to get our caps and gowns and seeing our teachers cheer us on. These small memories made up our year, even our last day together on March 13th, 2020. There were small memories that made up that day. Every day of our 13 years here are a series of memories, ones that made us laugh and some that made us cry. The little moments of our last time here at this amazing school created lasting memories. So what do all these small memories have in common? These memories made up our youth, where we grew together and came together as a class of 2020. They allowed us to become friends and create stronger bonds with one another. They allowed us a future moment in time when we look at a picture with our grandkids someday and just smile and reflect, knowing that these were some of the best times of our lives. Conemaugh Township gave us all these small memories which allowed us to have the best 13 years of our young lives so far. So I encourage each and every one of you to look back at these small memories and see how we have grown together. Our best days here were spent together. These times helped us become who we are in this moment in time and will shape us who we will become in the future. Remember the first day of kindergarten to the last day of high school. These small memories will always bring a smile when you look back to the class of 2020. These small memories are considered priceless. We remain Indians, and this will always remain our tribe. Congratulations, fellow graduates.
I am your child. Wherever you go, you take me to. Whatever I know, I learn from you. Whatever I do, you taught me to do. I am your child, and I am your chance. Whatever will come from me. Tomorrow is won by winning me. Whatever I am, you taught me to be. I am your hope. I am your chance. I am your child. I am your child.
At Conemaugh Township, we pride ourselves in the opportunities and education to which we afford our students. Our goal is to develop the most well-rounded student who is prepared to successfully move to the next phase of their lives, regardless of what that next phase entails. Arts, athletics, academics, all tie together to develop oneself into developing skills that can be carried over to their post-secondary futures. Academics, of course, is the mainstay with what any school system provides to their students. At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize the top 10 academic students by final class rank for the class of 2020 in no particular order. Connor W. Adams, Morgan R. Slick, Devin J. Serembly, Grace Elizabeth Hostetler, Brogan Christopher Johnson Berkey, Jennifer Lynn Dorica, Zane Robert Troxel, Hannah Jean Lampkin, S. Josiah Parker, and recognize via announcement for the first time the class of 2020 valedictorian, Jordan Page Miller. With us this evening are two students who challenged themselves to go above and beyond the norm of high school academia and began to pursue an associate's degree through our affiliation with Penn Highlands Community College upon entering the high school years. I am proud to say that both of these young ladies have successfully completed and have received their Penn Highlands diplomas, essentially graduating from high school and college simultaneously. Allow me to proudly recognize Jennifer Lynn Dorica and Jordan Page Miller.
Good evening. I'm Devin J. Strembley, and I'm the class of 2020 president. Man, what a ride it has truly been. High school has been an absolutely amazing experience. There were some big moments that captivated this truly blessed journey, and there were also some hardships for some of us here. However, nothing stopped us from pushing through and getting our diploma from this great school. But it isn't just the hard work and dedication to graduating that made this high school journey so wonderful. It was also the small moments that we shared with each other and something that we will never forget. From kindergarten all the way to our final moments here, there were so many small moments that truly encompassed our journey through Conemaugh Township. Even though these moments may be small and may come across as insignificant at the time, these moments leave a lasting impact in my mind, and I'm sure it feels the same way to my fellow classmates. I can remember breaking my finger in first grade. This wasn't something that happened outside of school. No, this was in school, on art day. I was in the back of the line, and I had to run back to get my pencil. When I ran out, my middle finger got caught between the computer table and the desk. This really is something I'll never forget. And it also taught me a lesson, to just leave the pencil behind. This small moment in my first grade art class is something I will never forget, and it makes for a great story. I can remember all of our marathon fun days and being with my class, running and jumping, and having the greatest tug-of-war battles ever. Moving into the high school is not an easy transition, but it came with a lot of memories with my first year in the fishbowl. I can remember going out on the track after spending hours of concentrating on the PSSAs. I can recall my first ever high school dance in the cafeteria. It was so hot and sweaty and oftentimes smelly. However, I'll never forget dancing to Gangnam Style in the center of the cafeteria with all of my friends. As years went by, more small moments came, some bad and some good. In 8th grade, I can remember our trip to the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. Even though it was only a one-day experience, it is something I will always remember. Our sophomore year also had so many incredible memories. For example, when we read Lord of the Flies, our class decided to do a mini reenactment in Mr. Kusher's room, but don't tell him we did that. And last but not least, on our last day of school in March, one of our fellow seniors decided to let his lunch loose on the floor of Mr. Mainhardt's room, elementary style. You know who you are. These are memories we will cherish for a very long time. Sadly, I can't stand on this stage in a crowded room and tell my class face to face how much I'm going to miss them and the memories we made. But I know our high school experience is something we will look back on and laugh about for the rest of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2020. Now, if you have received a letter from a graduate, you may open it at this time.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall, some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved you more. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compared to you. When these memories lose their meaning, when I think of love as something new, though I knew I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, and I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I've loved you more. In my life, I've loved you more.
Welcome. I'm Zane Robert Troxel, Vice President of the National Honor Society here at Conemaugh Township. All throughout life, we are told to live in the present. However, it can also be argued how important and valuable the past is to the people we are today. It is our memories and what we learn and experience that shape us into the best version of ourselves. The lessons of the past prepare us for whatever we will encounter in our future, and all too often, when faced with a challenging obstacle in life, we think back to a time in our past and confidently reassure ourselves that we've gone through this before, so we can do it again. In those moments, the difficulties of the past seem to evolve into a necessary lesson that we were meant to learn, rather than just a period of time seemingly filled with nothing but frustration and despair. Throughout the nation, though, The words frustration and despair probably ring true to the general consensus of how an overwhelming majority of the class of 2020 is feeling. We missed out on entire sports seasons, prom, final concerts, and a traditional graduation, among countless other important events and memories which helped provide closure for our time here at Conemaugh Township. However, the passing of time brings with it a different perspective, which allows us to look upon our past and present with a renewed wisdom. In discussing our past, present, and future, I'd like to take a moment to quantify our experience with some actual numbers. The Conemaugh Township Class of 2020 had 126 days of school in person this year. This means we went to school for about 25 weeks. When figuring each school day lasts about 7 hours, we spent about 882 hours, 52,920 minutes, and 3,175,200 seconds within the walls of Conemaugh Township Middle High School during our senior year. Those may seem like big numbers, but when compared to the usual numbers of 36 weeks, 180 days, 1,260 hours, 75,600 minutes, and 4,536,000 seconds, you can figure we missed out on 11 weeks, 54 days, 378 hours, 22,680 minutes, and 1,360,800 seconds. I did not choose to list off these numbers simply to make us all feel even worse, but to show that we did miss out on a substantial amount of time in school. That time would have consisted of winning sports games, traveling to Disney with the band and choir, participating in our favorite clubs and activities, playing in the Powder Puff football game, and going to prom. It is widely accepted that by far the greatest part of one's time as a student is the last few weeks of high school. The stress of assignments and tests gradually dissipate and is replaced by the excitement of what is to come. However, we never got to experience this part of high school, and our last weeks were spent looking at our teachers and fellow students through our computer screens. Throughout these crazy times, I cannot help but relate my own experience, as well as that of all high school seniors, to Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger from the Harry Potter book series. Like us, Harry, Ron, and Hermione missed out on their senior year as well. Their story was a bit more active than ours, though, as they voluntarily chose to hunt down the scattered parts of Lord Voldemort's soul in a desperate attempt to defeat him, rather than attend their final years at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. However, as any reader of the 7th book can tell you, their alternative choice to attending Hogwarts did not lack in excitement. They snuck into the Ministry of Magic, visited Harry's childhood home, and even bypassed the security of Gringotts Bank, only to escape on the back of a dragon, which flew them to safety. I understand that none of us had the opportunity to ride on the back of a dragon while social distancing, but what I'm trying to say is that even though their story did not go as planned, or as a typical Hogwarts student's goes, they had a very unique experience. This experience did not lack in lifelong memories, as it is so different from the typical life of a 7th-year Hogwarts student. Before, I had mentioned that they chose to miss out on their senior year, but in all reality, they had no choice. Harry was the chosen one, who was destined to defeat Voldemort. Why? Because he had the ability and experiences to be able to. Perhaps that is not too far from the truth for us as well. Though it is not how we would have wanted it, our class must have been destined to be the ones who would miss out on our senior year until the world was able to recover from this pandemic. So, class of 2020, if it gives you any comfort, think of yourselves as the Harrys, Rons, and Hermiones of your own story, who possess the strength to endure missing out on such an important time in life. So I'm sure that all of us, students, teachers, and families alike, have been wondering why this was destined to happen at this specific time. It is natural for people to seek out the bigger meaning of why things happen in life, and now people all around the world, from students and teachers to healthcare workers to small business owners, are all asking the same question: why? There really is not an answer, nor will there ever be one. However, I do think that there will be a time when the things that we learned from this pandemic will end up benefiting us in the future. None of us will know how it will yet, but everything that happens to you leaves some sort of impact upon the person you are and the person you become. Maybe this will teach you to be more considerate of others, or perhaps you will value the time you share with those around you more. No matter what it ends up being, I think that in time we will look back upon this period of our life with a clear perspective and with renewed wisdom, and we'll be able to forgive the situation. Not forgive any physical thing or being, but the entire situation itself. We will be able to say that this thing happened and it really wasn't fun, but it is okay. It is so important that once we are on the other side of this pandemic that we are able to do this, because until we do, we will never be able to move on. To end, I would like to return to my comparison of the class of 2020 to Harry, Ron, and Hermione. I'm sure that anyone who has read the Harry Potter book series can quote the final sentence of the last book from memory. Not that it is a very complicated statement, or even a long one. J.K. Rowling chose to end her epic, magical, 7-book series with this simple but powerful line. The scar had not pained Harry for 19 years. All was well. So teachers, family, friends, and the class of 2020, I hope that at some point in your future you feel the same way that Harry felt standing on platform 9 3/4 in King's Cross Station, watching the Hogwarts Express head off in the distance towards Hogwarts. I hope that in your life all will be well. Thank you and congratulations.
I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. Always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears. Never thought I'd walk away with so much joy but so much pain. And it's so hard to say goodbye, but yesterday's gone. We've gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Another chapter in the book. Can't go back, but you can look. There we are on every page. Memories I'll always save. Up ahead, only open doors. Who knows what we're headed towards? I wish you love, I wish you luck. For you, the world just opens up, but it's so hard to say goodbye. But yesterday's gone, we've gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Every day that we had, all the good, all the bad, I'll keep them here inside. All the times that we shared, every place, everywhere, you touched my life. Yeah, one day we'll look back, we'll smile and we laugh, but right now we just cry. 'Cause it's so hard to say goodbye. But yesterday's gone, we've gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. I'll always remember you. I'll always remember you.
Good evening. My name is TJ Kakabar, and I am the superintendent of the Conemaugh Township Area School District. On behalf of the Conemaugh Township Area Board of School Directors, district administration, and staff, I would like to welcome all of you to our virtual commencement ceremony. I would like to begin by thanking the many people who have worked very hard to get the class of 2020 to where they are today. First and foremost, I would like to thank all of your parents, guardians, and relatives. Without the help and support they have provided throughout the years, the many accomplishments made by the students of the class of 2020 would not have been possible. Next, to the Conemaugh Township Area Board of School Directors, It's because of your dedication, leadership, vision, and support that we can provide the tools and resources necessary to help these students become successful young adults. To the district administrators, Jim Foster, Jared Feathers, Nicole Dahl, Stacy Dabbs, Jane Jugan, Gina Redbold, Ed Slonka, and Adam Thomas, and the entire faculty and staff of the Conemaugh Township Area School District. Each and every one of you have made a significant impact in sharing the success of the senior class. You can be very proud of your dedication and desire to educate our youth and inspire them to successfully reach their goals. But most importantly, I want to thank you, the senior class of 2020. As your final year of high school draws to a close, I want to congratulate each of you for a job well done. I would like to applaud the class of 2020 on the many academic and extracurricular accomplishments you made during your years here at CT. I am personally very proud to say that I am the superintendent of such a great district, and even more so of you students. Class of 2020, you are a very special group to me and will always hold a place in my heart for what you had to endure because of the coronavirus and current pandemic situation that turned your senior year upside down. As I mentioned in my letter sent to you a few weeks ago, I can only imagine how the decision to close school for the remainder of the senior year made you feel. I reminded you that in life, sometimes things happen that don't seem fair and leave many thinking, why me? I want you to know that I have confidence that all of you will use this life-changing event to make you stronger and better equipped to deal with future uncontrollable issues that will occur as you progress through life. Although this commencement program is unusual and unique, it remains an opportunity for all of us to reflect on the past, be proud of the day, and ponder what the future may hold. It marks the culmination of 13 years of education. During those years, you have made many friends, have taken what seems to be countless courses, and participated in many academic and extracurricular events that have caused a variety of emotions, which have provided you the opportunity to learn and grow as young adults. My final message for you as you prepare to leave us is very simple when you think about it. It relates to decisions and choices. I want to remind you that throughout your years in school, you have made many decisions and choices, all of which have resulted in some type of consequence. Some positive, and I'm sure some not so positive. Everything you do on a daily basis requires you to make some sort of decision, from what you have for breakfast, what clothes you put on to wear for the day, and how fast you drive when you think no one is looking, or whether or not to do your homework or prepare for an exam. As you now graduate and leave Conemaugh Township, you will continue to make decisions and choices that can and will change the outcome of who you are and who you will become as you grow older. My wish for you is that you make wise decisions and choices that will lead to positive outcomes. In closing, I want to wish all the best of what life has to offer. I see in the class of 2020 a group of young adults that in my mind can and will be successful in whatever you choose to do. I want to wish all of you continued success and leave you with one last thought. Do not allow others to discourage you, because through hard work and perseverance, you can accomplish almost any goal you make for yourselves. Congratulations and good luck, class of 2020.
Mr. Kakabar and all those present with us this evening, I hereby declare to you that each student present on this stage this evening has met all of the academic standards required by both the local requirements of the Conemaugh Township Area School District and those established through the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Connor W. Adams. Diploma presented by parents, Barb and Wayne Adams. Isabel F. Allison. Diploma presented by Mother, Ashley Allison. Cody J. Bellack. Diploma distributed by his parents, Wendy and Jerry Bellack. Brogan Christopher Johnson Berkey. Diploma presented by parents, Billy and Chris Berkey. Nathaniel L. Blau. Diploma presented by his parents, Christy and Mike Blau. Evan Thomas Brenneman. Diploma presented by parents, Chelsea and Todd Brenneman. Devin J. Serembly. Diploma presented by parents, Stacy and Scott Serembly. Jennifer Lynn Dorica. Diploma presented by parents, Tracy and John Dorica. Ryan Patrick Esch. Diploma presented by parents, Cindy and Neil Esch. Alyssa Nicole Forish. Diploma presented by her parents, Melissa and Alan Forish. Luke Charles Formica. Diploma presented by parents, Teresa and Chris Formica. McKaylee L. Giffen. Diploma presented by parents, Wendy and Mike Giffen. Matthew Gorzelski. Diploma presented by parents, Ann and Matthew Gorzelski. Kylie J. Gregg. Diploma presented by grandmother, Donna Gregg. Stephanie Renee Grimmie. Diploma presented by her parents, Becky and Matt Grimmie. Garrett Haney. Diploma presented by parents Jennifer and Troy Holder. Kylie Nicole Hansen. Diploma presented by parents Sherry and Andrew Hansen. Jacqueline F. Honkus. Diploma presented by parents Barbara and Dan Honkus. Grace Elizabeth Hostetler. Diploma presented by parents Renee and John Hostetler. Ryan Lewis Kaltreiter. Diploma presented by his parents Jennifer and Richard Kaltreiter. Brianna Gabrielle Kinsey. Diploma presented by her mother, Amy Kinsey. Raven Sunshine Kopetsky. Diploma presented by her mother, Amy Thomas. Hannah Jean Lampkin. Diploma presented by parents Michelle and Bob Lampkin. Drew E. Leisure. Diploma presented by grandmother Carolyn and parents Darcy Seckler and Sean Leisure. Savannah L. Latosky. Diploma presented by parents Janelle and Jason Latosky. Bryce K. Maldek. Diploma distributed by parents Elizabeth and Richard Maldek. Lexi Lauren Mankemeyer. Diploma presented by her parents Susan and Alan Mankemeyer. Logan Leo Marissa. Diploma presented by Father Neil Marissa. Joshua M. Mathis. Diploma presented by his mother, Jennifer Mathis. Jordan Paige Miller. Diploma presented by her parents, Michelle and Christopher Miller. Luke Miller. Diploma presented by parents, Kim and Rob Miller. Gavin Robert Miskey. Diploma presented by parents, Alicia and Jason Miskey. Sierra Lee Mull. Diploma presented by parents, Althea and Russell Mull. Araya Rose Mowers. Diploma presented by her grandmother, Twyla Lambert, and mother, Lori Mowers. Draven L. Mowers. Diploma presented by his grandmother, Twyla Lambert, and mother, Lori Mowers. Alyssa Irene Nail. Diploma presented by parents, Candy and Ron Nail. Araya S. Panassi. Diploma presented by her parents, Missy and Sante Panassi. S. Josiah Parker. Diploma presented by his parents, Becky and Steve Parker. Julianne Marie Patrick. Diploma presented by her parents, Lori and Jeff Patrick. Hannah E. Percio. Diploma distributed by father, Jeff Percio. Isabella J. Quezada. Diploma presented by her mother, Alicia Zucalato Quezada. Mason K. Rager. Diploma presented by parents, Wanda Lee and Ricky Rager. Hunter A. Rich. Diploma presented by parents Pamela and Dave Rich. Bryce Sarver. Diploma presented by his grandmother, Kim Myers. Brianna M. Saylor. Diploma presented by her parents, Angelica and Matthew Saylor. Robert J. Schaefer. Diploma presented by Aunt Mariana Rummel. Morgan Rachel Slick. Diploma presented by parents Buck and Pam Slick. Elizabeth P. Smith. Diploma presented by Father Matt Smith. Brittany Nicole Snyder. Diploma presented by her parents, Robin and Jim Snyder. William J. Stewart. Diploma presented by his grandparents, Carol and Bill Thomas. Joseph Jack Stringent. Diploma presented by parents Mary Beth and Joe Stringent. Amelia Sue Stoltz. Diploma presented by parents Brandy and Robert Stoltz. Mary J. Swank. Diploma presented by parents Laura and Michael Swank. Jacob J. Teeter. Diploma presented by parents Renee and John Teeter. Callista P. Thomas. Diploma presented by parents Steph and Scott Thomas. Tyler Braden Thomas. Diploma presented by his father, Jeremy Thomas. Kylie R. Trice. Diploma presented by her parents, Brianne Krebs and Bradley Trice. Zane Robert Troxel. Diploma presented by his parents, Chrissy and Bob Troxel. Kate Ashlyn Weekland. Diploma presented by parents Carrie and John Weekland. Brenna Lee Weaver. Diploma distributed by Mother Bridget Weaver. Victoria Rose Wiley. Diploma presented by parents Elizabeth and Wayne Wiley. Ethan N. Williams. Diploma presented by his parents Lisa and Roger Williams. Tyler John Wise. Diploma presented by parents Becky and Rick Shirk. Rylan J. Yingling. Diploma presented by his father, Mike Yingling. Daniel James Yoder. Diploma presented by his parents, Linda and Brian Yoder.
Good evening. I'm Connor Adams, Vice President of the senior class, and here are the closing remarks. As senior year comes to a close, it is important to thank those who have helped us along the way. So here's a special thank you. Thank you, Google, Wikipedia, SparkNotes, and Quizlet. None of us would be here without you. Well, this has certainly been one wild senior year, from its beautiful beginning to its abrupt end. As we enter the next stages of our lives, it is essential that we remember the lessons from our time here and continue to cherish the memories we've made. Don't let these last few months define your high school experience. Look back and think about the wonderful memories you have made along the way. Think of your first high school dance, the Mardi Gras lunches with the overwhelming aroma of crawfish, the bonfire where we wrote cryptic messages on wooden pallets and prayed no one would know what they really meant, and the late nights after football games at overtime where we ate Fox's Pizza and homemade cookies until our hearts were content. These past few months have been hard on all of us, but we were able to join together as a class and complete our education online, one Zoom meeting at a time. The loss of prom, powder puff, the awards ceremony, senior skip day, well, none of us can really complain about senior skip day, but nonetheless, this has really been a sucker punch. But, as Rocky Balboa said, it ain't about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Class of 2020, we have certainly taken our hits. There have been unforeseeable obstacles that would have certainly caused other classes to self-implode, but we stuck together and just kept moving forward. It is the resilience and determination we put forward now that will propel us into the stratosphere of success as we enter the next chapter of our lives. So, as we close senior year and move our tassel to the other side of our caps, I'll leave you with the wise words from the renowned agent David Rossi. Scars remind us where we've been. They don't dictate where we're going.
I remember 3, the grass is green and the sky is turning pink. Castle full of fairies singing all my melodies. When I was 8, I conquered fate and took it up myself, singing to stuffed animals all lined up on my shelf. When life gives you lemons, you squeeze them till they're dry. And when God gave us heaven, we did not ask Him why. Oh, we knew it all from the start. In a big world with a little heart. It's a big world, give a little heart. 12 years old, my life is gold, but I started feeling sad. In 6 years I won't be here, and I'll leave my mom and dad. I'm 16, I've got a car, and I'm traveling the world with nobody but myself. Those animals left on my shelf. When life gives you lemons, you squeeze them till they're dry. And when God gave us heaven, oh, we did not ask Him why. It was easier from the start. In a big world with a little heart. It's a big world, give a little heart. Give a little heart. I'm 18, the grass is green and the sky fades from its pink. The castle and the fairies fall, it's my turn now to sing. When life gives you lemons, when it gives you lemons, you squeeze them till they're dry. And when God hands you heaven, no, you will not ask Him why. It's a gift straight from above to a big world with a little love. To a big world with a little. To a big world with little love that needs more. It's a big world, give a little bit of love.
Oh, how it all looks different from the outside. Looking back at this journey so far, my life. Feel like I've done so little, yet done so much. Who would have thought that it would seem as such? I try to look into my future. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? So close, but I still can't see the picture. It's right in front of me. It's right in front of me. Gotta trust my gut and not give in to fear. I have all I'll ever need in life right here. Learned many lessons and I came out wise. Not one to guess, not one to improvise. I try to look into my future. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? So close but I still can't see the picture. It's right in front of me. It's right in front of me.